If you're scrolling on social media every day, watching creators that you admire start jewelry businesses, design and create wonderful things with their hands, something you know you were born to do, but you keep telling yourself it's too complicated, it's too difficult, I don't have enough money, maybe next fall. It's costing you your creativity and you need to watch this video. Hi everyone, my name is Carrie Ann and I am the owner and jeweler behind Pastel and Paper, a monthly charm bracelet subscription. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you guys how I became a jeweler without any formal education in the most unconventional way, because that's just how the cookie crumbled. That's just, my journey of life. And I really do believe that there's a lot of you out there who find yourselves in similar situations. I hope this video inspires you and encourages you to start on your jewelry journey today, because what are you waiting for? Okay, so before I tell you how I became a jeweler, I quickly wanted to give you a backstory to the moment where I realized that I wanted to pursue jewelry and why I didn't go to college or university for that trade. It was about 2020 when I realized that I really wanted to pursue jewelry. I was on Facebook one day and I came across a video of someone wax carving a beautiful butterfly ring, and they turned it into gold and it had gorgeous stone settings. And I was just like, wow, I can't believe you can do that from wax. I would love to be able to do that, Plus in high school years ago, I used to make like necklaces and bracelets out of my older sister's old jewelry, and I would wear it with my Catholic school uniform to like jazz it up. So I did kind of already start, but I stopped because people made fun of me for wearing jewelry from Michael's. But anyway, so in 2020, that's when I realized that I wanted to become a jeweler. But we all know in 2020 is when COVID happened. Things were shut down, programs were slowing down for school. It was just a really difficult time. Plus I wasn't vaccinated, so it's not like I could have went to school in person anyway. So that option was taken off the table for me, and that's when I had to get creative. Okay, so if you find yourself in the same situation as me where you're not able to go to jewelry school for whatever reason, maybe it's too expensive, maybe it's far away, maybe they don't offer that program anymore, it doesn't matter. Your journey is simply just beginning, and there are so many ways to become a jeweler, and this is exactly what I did. The first thing I did is I took a wax carving course. I found someone here in Ontario, Canada, who offered an online wax carving course. They sent me all of the materials, video tutorials, everything that I needed to start making wax carved rings. And that was a great affordable way to get started. It cost me about $350 at the time. So that was perfect. So my personal recommendation is to take an online course of either wax carving, sand casting, or silver clay making to start learning how to make jewelry. Why do I suggest those three? Is because they are the most affordable ways to start making jewelry. The most that you'll spend is a few $100s, and you can do it all at home on a desk. I literally used this desk behind me for years, okay? As I took online courses and as I taught myself to make jewelry, and it's not even a big space, it's really small, but it just goes to show you that you can do this too. So I will leave a couple links below to some courses that you can take, including my digital guide for sand casting, because if you also want to start making jewelry, sand casting is a great way. You don't even need to know how to wax carve or make something yet. You can always use patterns of rings or pendants and cast that, and then customize it into your own personal jewelry. So I will leave all of those links down below, but that's just one way to get started. I have more. After I exhausted all of the online courses that I could take, around this time, it was like 2022, COVID was like settling down. So I started applying to jobs. I started off as being an apprentice at Signet Jewelers, which is a big conglomerate jewelry company here in Canada. I started working with them and it was great. I was a polisher And it worked out for me because I took those online courses. It wasn't enough compared to other people on the job, but because I took online courses and I started making my own things, I included that in my resume and my portfolio, and they were impressed enough to be like, okay, I think she has enough experience to continue to learn as an apprentice on the job, which is why it's so great if you can just start taking a course. Just start learning. You do not have to wait. I think you have a leg up, and it shows initiative. It shows that you're a self-starter and that you are serious about this career. So working at Signet Jewelers was great in the beginning, but the hours were not good for me. Where it was located is so far away from my house. So I ended up quitting. And 3 days later, I found another job closer to my dad's house, which was also closer to me. And they were willing to teach me everything. And it was perfect. It was literally an answered prayer. That's what's so great about on-the-job training or being an apprentice. You will learn so much more than you ever could in jewelry school. In jewelry school, from my experience from people who've told me, they have a curriculum to follow. It's a short period of time. So you're learning very intricate and complicated things in like a week or two, and then you're done and you move on to the next thing. On the job, the things that you learn in jewelry school is something that you do every single day, week after week, 8 hours plus. How amazing is it to learn from someone who's working in the industry for 30 years? You don't need to spend $10,000 a year on tuition. There's no initial investment of hundreds of dollars from a course. Everything is being taught right there. And not only do you get to learn, but you're getting paid to learn. And it's just so amazing. I soaked it all up. That was one of the best jobs that I've ever had. I love the people that I worked with, and it was just really wonderful. So if you're not able to go to jewelry school and maybe you cannot afford to take a bunch of courses yet, I suggest really looking into on-the-job training, becoming an apprentice jeweler. It's just one of the best ways to learn how to become a jeweler and to make this your career. You can start today. So I'll be honest with you, as much as I loved working my on-the-job training job, I was starting to get a little bit bored. Like, I really want to learn how to design jewelry, and I just didn't have the time to learn on the job. That just wasn't what they were teaching me. So that's when I went back to just simply learning by myself. I started watching videos on YouTube on how to draw. And then I started taking jewelry design courses at the Jewelers Academy. And then from there, I just taught myself. I would look at pictures on Pinterest of beautiful jewelry, and then I would figure out a way to draw and design them myself. And then after I drawed and designed them myself, then I'm like, okay, let me try to make my own creations. And then I would try my best to take what was in my head and transfer it on paper where it looks like a real jewelry design. I would have loved to have gone to GIA, the Gemological Institution of America, and learn how to learn jewelry design, but I applied for a scholarship twice. I got denied. It's like $20,000. It wasn't for me. It didn't happen that way. So again, I had to teach myself. At the time, I was very unsatisfied that I had to do that, but honestly, you have to do what you have to do. We're not all afforded the same opportunities. We're all on a different journey. We have different things that we have to deal with. So you just take life as it comes to you and do the best you can. And the most amazing thing about this journey, about becoming a jeweler, is that it taught me to be efficient, and it taught me to be resilient, because I could have quit a very long time ago. So that is my story. That is how I became a jeweler without any formal education, in the most unconventional way, but it all worked out for my good. And I really, really hope that this video inspires you and encourages you to do the same. Literally, you can get started tomorrow. Wait, why tomorrow? You could literally get started today. Take the first step today. Start researching courses that you're interested in. Start applying for jobs. Create a resume. Maybe you already started creating things. Start taking pictures, a portfolio. Do something. Get started today. If you want to start with sand casting, which I think is a great option, I do have a digital guide on my website, and you can check that out at pastelandpaper.store/digital guide. It is a great beginner's handbook to say that teaches you everything about the sand casting process, how to make jewelry. I even have a bonus where we can do a one-on-one 15-minute call and you can ask me anything. I can show you what to do. It's just really, really great. But there's tons of other options. Whatever works for you, you have no limitation to what's available to you, is all I'm trying to say. So I really hope that this video was exactly what you needed. Get creating today. Just do it. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.